What's on, ladies and gentlemen? My name's Ross, I like games, and today we've got some rather lovely Digimon news. Now, I know that the second expansion, Ultimate Power, has only really just gone and been released. Well, it seems like we've already got a little bit of news about the next set, which is apparently titled Union Impact. Now, a watermarked image has been going around over on Twitter, and it very much seems like it is showing the art, the actual art, not dummy artwork, but proper official artwork for the new set, which is going to be called Union Impact. How cool is that? Now, we do have a little bit of information. Now, at this stage, we haven't had any kind of official reveal. We've got a booster pack and we've got translated information which apparently came from sales sheets, etc., sent out to shops. So I think at this stage it is very, very fair to really take this with a pinch of salt. A bunch of places have got the set up for pre-order, and that is wonderful, that is lovely. But it really does bear repeating that we do need to remember this is not official information. We haven't had an official reveal. We're going on leaks and rumours, and it all seems fairly substantial. It seems like something we should be believing, but, you know, let's be clear, okay? There we go. So, the boxes are pre-orders in a bunch of places. Chosugoi, who we've used for translations in the past, have got them up. Hobbylink Japan have got them up. So, basically, anytime you get multiple shops posting links for pre-orders, probably safe to assume that it is a real thing. Now, we also need to give a shout out to the lovely people at With the Will on Twitter and the website for collating some of the information around, etc., etc. So what do we actually know, or I suppose I should say, what do we think we know about the set? Well, it seems like we've got pretty much the exact same rarity as we saw back in Ultimate Power. We've got 112 cards in total, featuring 44 commons, 30 uncommons, 26 rares, 10 super rares, and 2 secret rares. Now, this has not been really confirmed anywhere, so to speak, but it is very fair to assume that we are going to be getting the same kind of alternate art that we've seen previously. So we can expect that both of the Digimon that come as secret rares will have alternate art, and we can also assume that a lot of these super rares will come along with alternate artwork as well. Of course, we did weirdly see, back in New Evolution in the first set, we did actually get an option card that did have alternate artwork, which is a little bit weird. We did see that Holy Wave, the option card that lets you recover security cards, that did actually get itself the alternate art treatment. And Flower Cannon did as well, and we like Flower Cannon. Flower Cannon just rests one of your opponent's Digimon. Flower Cannon is very, very cool. But then we didn't see any in Ultimate Power, so New Evolution had it, but then we didn't see any in Ultimate Power, so I'm not entirely sure if we're going to get alternate art option cards, if I'm honest with you, ladies and gentlemen. We haven't had the alternate arts confirmed per se. Oh, I should mention that Brave Shield and Howling Crusher also got alternate art versions, so I think I'm selling the option cards from New Evolution a little bit short. We did actually get, well, we got one per type, to be honest with you. One red, one blue, one yellow, one green. But then we didn't get any in Ultimate Power, so I don't know is the honest answer. Never mind. So we haven't had these alternate arts confirmed, but I do think it is very fair to assume that that's going to be happening. We don't have any news about what the alternate arts are, what the secret rares are, etc. These are the kind of things that hopefully will be leaked over time. I mean, you know the deal by now. We're going to get an official reveal probably in V-Jump magazine, which is going to show us a whole bunch of cards, some that we can see clearly, some that we can't. And then they're going to start doing daily reveals over on their Twitter, like they tend to do, with some magazine reveals kind of peppered in amongst them as we go. And then about a week before the release date, we're going to get the full release on the website where we can see everything. Now, we do have a release date of the 30th of October at the moment, and that means we can start putting together some kind of release schedule. So, New Evolution was the first set, and that got its official release back in May. May the 15th to be precise. That was my daughter's birthday. How cool. And that came just about 3 weeks after we got the starter decks that came around on the 24th of April. So we had April, we had May, we then got ourselves Ultimate Power, that was the second main expansion, and that came around, that was actually released on July the 22nd, so last month. So we had May, June, July is a 2-month gap, August, September, October is a 3-month gap, but it is worth bearing in mind that we did have the starter decks, which essentially threw everything off, so we're looking at a 3-month gap. So we should be expecting October, November, December, January. We should be expecting a set 4 release in January. This is pure speculation on my part, but they seem to be going for a 3-month gap between sets. Of course, we saw the 15th, then the 22nd, then the 30th, so they do seem to be getting shunted by a week as we go. So I wouldn't want to guess a complete release date. Maybe it ends up at the very beginning of February, but we're looking at a roughly 3-month gap, which would give us roughly 4 sets per year. Which I know a lot of people have been wondering what the frequency of releases is going to be. That seems to be what we're going to be getting. So we've got a rarity breakdown, we've got a release date, and that is about it. Except we've got a booster pack image. Now, I am willing to admit, and I've admitted this a couple of times, that when it comes to Digimon, I do not have the knowledge that a bunch of other people have. I'm sorry, I'm learning. Let's be clear, I'm learning. But then by the same token, it takes a while, especially with the more awkward Digimon. So I've gone over to the Facebook group, and they have told us, basically, what these Digimon are. And thank you to the lovely Jamie Pagadwan, apologies for the pronunciation. And what we've got from top to bottom is Ragnar Loadmon, Blitzgreymon, Kresgaruramon, and Imperial Dramon. Flight mode. And thank you to Jamie, said nice things, and apparently got them into the game when they stumbled upon one of my videos. So, yay! I'm helping. Now, what's really cool here is that we do have some extra information which has been shared by Maximus Procopius over again on the Facebook group. And he said that Blitzgreymon is an alternate final form for Agumon, and let's face it, we've seen Agumon quite a bit in the game, that was made for the 20th anniversary re-release of the original digital monster. Those were the virtual pets. Keeping in mind that the original Metal Greymon from that V-Pet was the virus one. Metal Greymon was a final evolution back then, so they basically decided to give him a mega form this time and designed the Blitz with that original evolution line in mind, instead of the Pendulum Anime one with the orange Metal Greymon that evolves into War Greymon. Kresgaruramon is more or less the same for Gabumon. Both can progress into Omegamon Alternate S. Note how the weapons are reversed in these forms. Greymon is now the cannon, and Garuramon is the blade. So we do have a bunch of information here about some of the Digimon that are going to be featured in the set, so that's kind of cool. Now, according to With the Will, there are a couple of other things that are coming around here. Apparently, Pale Dramon and other Jogress Digimon will be appearing, so that's kind of cool. A secret rare, one of them will be a super popular combined evolution Digimon, but we don't know who it is. Tamer cards will include characters from Digimon Adventure 02. And here's what really excites me from a gameplay mechanics point of view. Digimon with security effects will appear. Because, of course, there's two things whenever a new set comes out. There's what is it going to do for the game mechanically, and what is it going to do for the Digimon license. So we've got to look at some of the Digimon that are going to be featured, and it seems like they're going into some alternate evolutions and all of that. But what is it going to do mechanically? Well, we've not been told about any new colours. Having said that, we were up to 6 colours from 3 between the starter decks and set 2, so I wouldn't expect any new colours quite yet. But we didn't have any information about new mechanics. This is the best we've got. Now remember, the general rule is that when you attack the security, if a Digimon comes out, you compare the power of the attacking Digimon to the security Digimon, and the security Digimon just gets trashed. The attacking Digimon will be trashed if its power is equal to or lower than the security Digimon. No fight happens if an option or tamer card comes out, but it might have a security skill. They don't all, but it might. That is to say that when you reveal this card, you do what the security skill says, whether it's putting the card into your hand, destroying a Digimon, whatever it might be. All the tamers, for instance, have the same security skill that they get put into play without paying the cost. Well, it seems now like we're going to have security effects on Digimon, so you will still get the fight, unless a security skill says you don't, but now you also end up with a security skill as well. This seems super interesting from a tactical standpoint. We will have more on this set as more comes along. We will find out as we go through, and you know the deal. Whenever any information does get shared, I will be here to help out. It's kind of what I do. But for now, ladies and gentlemen, I want to know what you think about this. I want to know about the information we do have, so let me know in the comment section. Go nuts, be nice. And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at TheWassy. That's where we talk Digimon and a bunch of other card games. And please do consider checking out patreon.com/PTCG Radio, where you can support the channel, get some bonus podcasts and all that usual stuff. But by far the most important thing, as always, look after yourselves till next time, would ya? Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching Wassy Plays.